Hi, folks out there in TV land. I'm Brandon from Bludotone Ampworks. This is Kirby Velarde, my good friend and local guitar hero.
Good to see you again.
We're here today with the brand new Bludotone Gjallarhorn. This one sort of follows in the footsteps of its predecessor, the South Saturn Delta. Basically like a Bludo-Drive with all the internal stuff on the outside, built-in buffered effects loop, 4-button foot switch, which gives you a combination of, 12 sounds, I think, with the different combinations. So you got overdrive, preamp boost, mid boost, and then the MOSFET tube simulator circuit, which was co-developed with Alf Hermida from Hermida Audio, the guy who made the Zen Drive, which we all know and love, my good buddy Alf. So anyway, let's get into this thing. The clean on this one's a little different. We're going for like that sort of 1960s, you know, Southern California, scooped, surfy kind of thing. Very familiar. I'm not going to say it, but it's very familiar. Go ahead and play the clean. Let's just hear the clean.
Very chimey, very nice.
Now, if we add the mid boost to that, it gets a little thicker. You know, you can do like more of the jazzy, thicker sounds.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's like you heard the drum groove in my head. This also has the preamp boost, which basically lifts the tone controls, gives you back the gain they were throwing away. So play with the preamp boost on and get a little bit more of a push clean. If we add the mid boost on top of that, we get a little bit more of a pushed kind of. Now, if we add the MOSFET on top of that, it's going to get a little louder because we're playing on the clean side. We don't have the benefit of the overdrive to sort of compress the signal. But it really crunches nicely when we engage that MOSFET. And then if we go to just the overdrive channel, so just the overdrive is engaged, we actually have this set of tone controls and this set of tone controls active right now. It gives you a lot of sensitivity. It really gives you a lot of touch. How would you put that? The harder you pick, the more saturated it will be. The lighter you pick, the cleaner it will be. I don't know what the word is for that.
Let's check that out.
Dynamics.
Yeah, that's pretty clean.
So that can actually be affected by this trigger control too. Think of it as like a dynamics or touch sensitivity control. As you turn this up, the amp will be more saturated with lighter picking. As you turn it down, you'll have to pick harder for it to saturate. So I'll just turn it up from noon where it was. And as we turn it down, it kind of works like a gain control.
Like a what?
Like a gain control.
Yeah.
Now if we add the mid boost, we're going to get a little bit of extra thickness. neck pickup, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So if we add the preamp boost on top of that, we're now bypassing these controls, so just these tone controls are active now. And we get all the gain that they were throwing away back too.
Cool. Yeah, sweet.
And then, of course, when we add the MOSFET to all that, we get into the 3 Mile Island territory.
So it just gets effortless when you have that on with it. Silk.
Kind of plays itself
It
at
just
that
plays
point.
itself. Absolutely amazing.
Indeed, indeed. I wish it sounded like that when I played it.
Sounds better when you play
Oh,
it.
stop! So we're running through a 112 Bludotone 112 ported bass reflex cabinet. This one has the Celestion Alnico Cream, which is just a wonderful, very creamy, appropriately named speaker. The frame of it is the color of butter, and I cannot think of a more appropriate color for that speaker. We are using some effects today. We've got very simple, inexpensive effects. We're using the TC Electronics Mini Hoff and the Mini Flashback delay. Picked them both up on Reverb used. I think I paid about 50 or 60 bucks a piece for them. So, nothing crazy as far as the effects. Have gotten some requests to hear dry with no effects. So I'm going to go ahead and just turn the effects off. They're true bypass. They're out of here. I'm actually going to give Kirby the foot switch, and you can just run through the tones dry.
All right. I mean, that's so just crisp and full.
Almost don't even need the reverb.
Don't. Add the mid onto it.
Sure.
All right, now the
Preamp boost.
preamp boost. That's beautiful too. Add the OD to that.
Yeah.
Cool, now we're going to add the MOSFET.
Do it.
It's a singing bird.
Boy. I just gave you your effects back.
That's just amazing.
Go Kirby.
This is the amp, ladies and gentlemen.
So once again, Bludotone Gjallarhorn. This one's 100 watts. It's running 6L6 tubes. It can be done with any kind of output tubes you like in any power configuration. 50 watts, 4530 with tube rectifier and switchable fixed cathode bias. I mean, they're all built custom, so you can kind of build it for however powerful or not powerful you need it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you can reach us at info@bludotone.com. Check us out on Facebook, Bludotone, or our website, www.bludotone.com. Thanks for stopping by.